ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कथा मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ध्यायेदाजानुबाहुं धृतशरधनुसंबद्धपद्मासनस्थं पीतं वासोऽवसनं नवकमलदलास्पर्धिनेत्रं प्रसन्नं वामान् गारूढसीतामुखकमलमिलालोचनं निरदामं दीप्तं दतमुरुजटामण्डलं रामचन्द्रं चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरमैकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनं ध्यात्वा नीलोत्पलश्यामं रामं राजीवलोचनं जानकी लक्ष्मणोपेतं जटामकुटमण्डितं सासितो न धनुर्बाणपाणिनक्तं चरान्तकं स्वलीलया जगत्त्रातुम् आविर्भूतम् अजं विभुं राम रक्षां पटे प्रज्ञा पापाग्निं सर्वकामदं शिरो मे राघव पातु फलं दशरथात्मजः कौसल्येयो दृशौ पातु विश्वामित्रप्रियश्रुतिः ग्रहणं पातुमगत्राता मुखं सौमित्रिवत्सलः जिह्वां विद्यानिधि पातु कण्ठं भरता वन्दितः स्कन्दौ दिव्यायुधः पातु भुजोद्भग्ने कार्मुकः करौ सीतापतिः पातु हृदयं जमदाग्नजेत् मध्यं पातु करध्वंसी नाभिं जाम्बवदाश्रयः सुग्रीवेश कटी पातु शक्तिनी हनुमत्प्रभो ऊरो रघोत्तमा पातु रक्षाकुलविनाशकृत् जानुनी सेतुकृत् पातु जज्ञे दशमुखान्तकः पादौ विभीषण श्रीधः पातु रामोऽखिलवपुः येषां रामबलोपेतां रक्षां या सुकृति पठेत् स चिरायु सुखी पुत्री विजयी विनयी भवेत् पातालभूतलव्योमचारिण धर्मचारिण न दृष्टिमपि शक्तिस्थे रक्षितं रामनामाभिः रामेति रामभद्रेति रामचन्द्रेति यस्मरान् नरो न लिप्यते पापैर्भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति जगज्जयतेकमन्त्रेण राम नामाभिरक्षितं य गन्धे धारयेतस्य करस्ता स्वसिद्धया वज्रपञ्जरनामेदं यो रामकवचं स्मरेत् अव्याहताज्ञा सर्वत्र लभते जयमङ्गलम् आदिष्टवान् यदा स्वप्ने राम रक्षाम् इमं हर तदा लिखितान्विता प्रातः प्रबुध बुधकौशिकः आरामकल्पवृक्षाणां विराम सकलापदम् अभिराम त्रिलोकानां राम श्रीमान् न प्रभो तरुणौ रूपसम्पन्नौ सुकुमारौ महाबलौ पुण्डरीकविशालाक्षौ क्षीणकृष्णजीनाम्बरौ फलमूलासिनौ दान्तौ तापसौ ब्रह्मचारिणौ पुत्रौ दशरथस्यौ भ्रातरौ रामलक्ष्मणौ सरस् शरण्य सर्वसत्त्वानां श्रेष्ठौ सर्वधनुष्मतां रक्षाकुलनिहन्तारौ त्रायेतां नो रघोत्तमौ अथ आत्तसज्ज धनुषा विशुस्पृश विवीक्षाय सुग निषङ्ग सङ्गिनौ रक्षणाय मम रामलक्ष्मण वग्रता पदि सदैव गच्छताम् सन्नदा कवची खड्गे चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन् मनोरथोक्ष्मकं राम पातु स लक्ष्मण रामो दशरथि सूरो लक्ष्मणानुचरो बलि काकुत्स पुरुषा पूर्ण कौसल्येय रघोत्तमा वेदान्त वेद्या यज्ञेश पुराण पुरुषोत्तम जानकी वल्लभः श्रीमान् अप्रमेय पराक्रमा इत्येतानि जपन् नित्यं तद्भक्तः श्रद्धयान्वितः अश्वमेधादिकं पुण्यं सम्प्राप्नोति न संशया रामं दूर्वादरश्यामं पद्माक्षं पीतवाससं स्तुवन्ति नाभाभिर्दिव्यैः न ते संसारिणो नरा रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतापतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रप्रियं धार्मिकं राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारिं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायां पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातो राम मत्सर्व मत्पिता रामचंद्र स्वामी राम मत्सखा रामचंद्र सर्वस्व मे रामचंद्रो दयालु न अन्ये नैव जाने न जाने दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतेर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखं वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् भर्जनं भवबीजानां मर्जनं सुखसम्पदां तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनं रामो राजमणि सदा विजयते रामं रामेशं भजे रामेणाविहता निशाचर चमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः रामं नास्ति परायणं परतरं रमस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं रामे चित्तालया सदा भवतु मे ओ रामो मामुद्धर श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नामावरानने हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna everyone, wish you a very happy Sri Ram Navami. So it's a very special day. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying Janma Karma Chamevam Divyam Yavam Yoveti Tattvataha. When one understands the Lord's appearance and his wonderful pastimes, then what happens? Tyaktva deham punarjanma. When you leave this body, punarjanma, naiti mameti swarjuna. There is nothing like a rebirth or cycle of birth and death continues. No, it breaks. So, the last 6 days, we are hearing the wonderful deeds of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared on this very day in Treta Yuga to relieve the suffering of mankind at that time. But Lord has appeared in all wonderful forms. The beauty of Ram Leela, in fact, it is said that Ramayana, when we say is Ramaniyam. In fact, Ramayana is so sweet, Ramaniyam, Ramani. When we say Radha Ramana, Radha Raman means whom Radha is a lover. We can also see the same as Lord who loves Radha. In one way or the other, still Ramana means lover or one that is very beautiful. So Ramayana is Ramaniyam, very beautiful. But the beauty lies not just because there is a very nice story where the Lord has appeared because there were devatas who were praying, and then uh, and uh, and after that he appeared, and of course not in such a wonderful blissful form and Ajanubahum. So Aravinda Dalayataksham. So all these wonderful descriptions are not enough to really glorify the beauty of the Lord. Now, that's why Ramayana is Ramaniyam. And not only that, it's not just the stories that are there or the real stories or that's the wonderful pastimes, but it has a treasure full of lessons. So we have been trying to pick a few lessons, just like if one goes to a ocean and if he takes a palm full of water, yeah, we may say, okay, there's still a lot of water there on, but a handful is still nothing, but still handful is also something, not nothing. So with our insignificant capabilities, capacities, we have been trying to explore and find those valuable jewels, ornaments, gems, and everything into our heart. So, as part of that, we continue to understand this Ramayana is definitely such a valuable treasure that everyone should have Ram Katha. In fact, why not every day? Why only for 9 days? Why only for on the day of Ram Navami like today? Ram Katha, the culture, if we go just few years back, is that every day there used to be the Ram Katha. In fact, there are so many Lord Ram temples, yeah, in almost every town and village. Why? Because, yeah, the Lord Rama is supreme. And then everyone used to come in the evening, sit and hear to this Ram Katha. And of course, after hearing what one does, Machchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam. Tushyanti Bodhayanta Parasparam Tushya Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. So what such devotees who come to the temple and hear Harikatha in the evenings or in the mornings, they do is they come on, is it really? Huh? Why Lord Ram has to go through all this? Why Sita has to go through? Why Bharat has to go through this? Why? So the all yeah, after hearing every day such kind of nice leelas, one tries to dwell, meditate on this leelas. Shravanam Kirtanam properly develops Smaranam. So let's also try to build that level of absorption in Ramayana. And today, yeah, being a very special day of the Lord appearance, yeah, it is said special days are wonderful for seeking blessings. Yeah. So either when we, yeah, whether it is our birthday, yeah, we go and offer prayers to the Lord and seek His blessings, or if it is special appearance of the Lord Himself, then we are again approaching the Lord because the Lord is in a very happy mood and He want to bless profusely. So with that, I mean, of course, we know the beauty of Ramayana that Valmiki Muni has written has 24,000 shlokas. Hmm. And these shlokas are not ordinary; they are perfect. And one may think that, oh, is there any exaggeration? No, Valmiki Muni has written Ramayana as it is. In fact, when we talk about Ramcharitmanas, uh, the poet who has written is Tulsi Das, and he was not just mere a poet; he was a devotee, and that's why in uh, Ramcharitmanas, the lake of the deeds of Lord Ram, we see that Tulsidas keeps Lord Ram as almost like a revered Bhagavan. So everything is written on that basis. So let's try to see some valuable lessons. Yeah, I think we didn't cover so much from especially Ayodhya Kanda. Yeah, we have covered a bit of Balakanda when we discussed about Lord killing Tataka. We have covered a bit of Sundara Kanda yesterday. We have covered a bit of Aranya Kanda yesterday, before. Yeah. And in the case of Shabari, uh, Ayodhya Kanda, did we really go in? Yeah, no, come on. But Ayodhya Kanda has so much. In fact, is a second. Uh, I think Ayodhya Kanda has quite a good number of chapters, and is full of lessons. The lessons goes in all directions. Yeah, it's a matter of our capacity, how much can we take, and we can start Ayodhya Kanda. Hmm. It starts after the four princes get married to four princesses. Yeah, and they come from Mithila. And when everything is so nice, all fine, everything is so beautiful. Even Kaikeyi, Kausalya, and Sumatra all are mm, happy. Uh, and the whole Ayodhya is in bliss. When everything was so nice, then all of a sudden Dashrath dreams something which is very yeah, nightmare, or um, the deadliest nightmare one could imagine. And all the omens that he saw, and the past things that he has done, the curse that he got, all these things reeled through his mind, and then he became so much that, oh, he immediately decided, oh, before things go out of control, yeah, for Ayodhya, let me appoint Ram as the king. And of course, he went hastily next day in the assembly, and of course, everyone said unanimously, they were even more welcoming, not just Dashratha's mm, suggestion, uh, but they themselves said, we are more than happy, as if like at a stage Dashrath was thinking, oh, maybe till now I was not ruling so well, and they are really looking for a better candidate, a better king in the form of Ram. So much, and on one side, yeah, he felt, of course, very happy that his citizens also love Ram like they love him. So while everything was fine, and Vashishta Muni was arranging for the next day coronation and all these things changed all overnight, and we know why. Of course, if I start talking about Manthara, then the whole Manthara Gita itself will take us 3 days, 4 days just to understand what she has done. But at least we can say the key persons of Ramayana. Of course, a turning point was Manthara, a turning point was Surpanaka, but moreover, bad people, or yeah, people who are not so in the mode of goodness, yeah, or who have selfish, passionate, or they can always manipulate. But what happened to Kaikeyi? It's very strange. Yeah, Kaikeyi was poisoned, but who can give someone a poison unless one takes it? It's not like, oh, okay, come on. Uh, uh, Kaikeyi was fully independent. She could always be herself in the mode of goodness. Hmm? Unless she has um, other ideas. And of course, Kaikeyi loved Ram so much that she loved Ram more than Bharat. So, but then when she has so much love for Ram, when this news of Ram becoming king comes, Kaikeyi, of course, initially she was very happy, but then what happens in the form of Manthara, the the fate of Ayodhya changed. This is what happens in our life. When we do not have a good advisor, or when we do not have a person who is dharmic, or a person who is, yeah, selfish, or a person who is greedy. I mean, we can see Mandhara is a personification of all these things. So then what happens is, even if one is good, yeah, he becomes blind. He will be covered. So one should be extremely careful. And in the case of Kaikeyi, what to do? She got scared that she might lose her own value if Ram becomes the king. And not only that, if Ram becomes the king, then what happens to Bharat? And just by hearing to what Manthara said. Oh, one fine day when Ram wants, he will just kill Bharat. No, maybe if he is not killing Bharat, at least he will kill your father. You know why? Because Janak and um, your father are rivals. Yeah, and now if Ram becomes the king, then Janak becomes powerful, and what Janak will tell is what Ram will do, and then he will kill your own father. So there is no future for you, there is no safety for your father, there is no career for your son. Come on, I'm just telling 1% of what Mantra has, yeah, try to impress upon that Ram becoming king is uh, uh, most unfortunate thing that Kaikeyi can expect in her entire life. So then, upon the wonderful counseling of Manthara, Kaikeyi took the opportunity and she asked for two boons. These two boons are like, pleasure, like ambrosia or like a nectar for Kaikeyi, because yeah, she is going to ask Dasharath, who is in the Raghuvamsha, who is in the Surya Vamsha, who is in the lineage where Shibi and Raghu, they have even ready to sacrifice themselves for protecting Dharma. So to protect a vow or a promise, uh, she will anyway make it. So she told Dasharath to give up all the weakness for his son. Rather, he should actually follow in the footsteps of the his ancestors or predecessors who have always made Raghuvamsha to be glorified in all three worlds. So for her it was she lost this emotion, the feeling towards Ram. She said, just ask your son to go to forest, which isn't so big anyway. Come on, going to forest, is it so dangerous? No. And when Ram is banished to the forest, you know what? Uh, um, uh, she was saying, when Sumitra came and informed Ram to present himself in Kaikei palace, right? Ram smiled, yeah, and then he went and all these things, and she was shocked. She thought, first of all, to convince Dasharatha will be very easy, and to convince Ram will be difficult. Yes, because who wants to leave such a precious um, precious um, asset. Yeah, so just to become a king means, yeah, you have everything under your control, right? Everything. So she was thinking Dashrath will anyway follow, but what about Ram? But then when Ram came, yeah, he just simply smiled, uh, and then he just understood what is needed, so that he can quickly relieve the suffering of his father, which was his prime duty. And then he just prepared himself to leave to the forest. And we know then what happened. Then Kausalya was not happy. Sumitra was not happy. Uh, Lakshman was like fire. He wanted to kill his own father for thinking that such an injustice. Anyway, after all those things that were consoled, and Sita wanted to follow Ram, and Lakshman wanted to follow Ram, and then all the three there in the um, Muni Vesha, yeah, in the clothes, yeah, in the clothes that are duly given by Kaikeyi. Ram, Lakshman wore that, and Sita also, yeah. Anyway, so all these things finally they left. Now it is something very, very strategically planned by Kaikeyi so that she can serve her, not only her plan, but she was eager to please her own son Bharat. But Bharat, what happened? Bharat is a person of integrity. What does that mean? He is here. Um, we know what is integrity. Integrity is something to be as you are. Uh, we know that duplicity will drag us down because we do something else, like acting nicely but doing something wrong, or yeah, the other way, doing something nice and acting wrong. So in one way or the other, it is not right, which is you are not you. You are not doing what you are, want to do. So if one want to follow dharma, the path of dharma, it's very important to develop this quality of integrity. Integrity means representing oneself without adding an extra layer of false identity. False identity is something like, okay, to show off someone where you are not really there. So to be a manager but cannot manage is a kind of duplicity. Maybe in today's world we can take that. So, and how to develop this integrity? Okay, duplicity is, no one has to introduce us to how to become duplicitous. But what about integrity? To be simple, how to develop that is to be very, very alert. To be alert of our own self. Are we cheating? Usually we think it's fine if we cheat others. Are we not cheating ourselves by not being our own self? So we are cheating ourselves. So when we are alert that are we cheating or not, then we can maintain integrity. Yeah. So if we are conscious of our own true self without cheating others and ourselves, we understand very important aspect that I am Atma. Satchit Ananda, this symptom one can only get when one is not cheating, when one is not duplicitous, when one maintains integrity. So that's why it's very with practice of alert, being always alert, one can overcome the disturbances of our own sense desires, and then when we can control ourselves, then we are qualified to be a good servant. Otherwise, a hypocrite will never want to be a servant. That's why, we want to always lord it over. We want to be masters. That's why we have been doing all these things. But reality is to be really happy, to be really, um, yeah. Anyway, so here we can see Bharat Maharaj is not ordinary. Yeah, but Bharat integrity, though he is a gem of a character, but he is tested by everyone. The one who did everything was Kaikeyi. Hmm? But blame fell on Bharat. But how come that even Guru was testing? I mean, there is whole description if we go through in the Valmiki Ramayana, uh, we can see that Guru is testing because Bharat, after he understood, yeah, when he came back, when he understood that his mother was, she was mm, she was the cause of everything that has happened. Yeah. And Bharat integrity was something that not so easy now. Yeah. Who will accept Bharat simplicity? Who will accept Bharat's truthfulness? Yeah, though one can be truthful, but who will accept it? Uh, the time will test one's ability whether they can maintain this integrity or not, and that especially the time of temptations make us attempt for pleasure. We want more pleasure and temptations. If we run behind them, like for material enjoyment, we fall down, we go down. Rather, if we choose spiritual bliss, then we actually go high. So anyway, bearing a blame, is very tough. If someone is saying anything, we say, hey, who are you to tell me this? Bearing a blame is very, very tough. And then what happens is carrying the burden of blame is even tougher. Yeah, he didn't do anything. Yeah, but he's just blamed. And blame itself, you hear it's painful, but the burden of that is even more tough. And handling it properly, effectively is toughest, tougher, toughest. Yeah. So if we see, hmm, no one wants to experience such a nice, pleasing blame uh, upon one. Why? Because it's not so um, sweet. Hmm? So blame is like a burning fire on the heart. Just imagine if fire is put on the heart and then come on, it's too much unbearable. Hmm. So anyway, so here Bharat, he had to face blame. In Ramayana, not only Bharat had to face blame. In fact, if we see Ramayana carefully, there is not only Bharat who had to face the blame. It was Ram was also. It was also Mother Sita, isn't it? It was also Lakshmana. Lakshman was blamed by Mother Sita when he was not uh, ready to go to protect Rama in the forest. What about Sita? Huh? Anyone can remember when Sita was blamed? I mean, there are instances. Hmm? Okay, so when was Ram blamed? Can come on, can is Ram blamed? Who can blame Ram? Huh? His own dear wife, Sita, said, "Oh, I think you're not capable of protecting me in the forest." Hmm. Or another instance, yeah, Ram was blamed, yeah, by who? That washerman. Yeah, this washerman said, okay, what kind of king he is, isn't it? Hmm. And then Bharat. So in this way, we can see in Ramayana, key personalities were put on blame. And how did they handle? I think we'll come to that later. But we see in that way in Ramayana, we can see. And the most affected from all these who were blamed is Bharat. Uh, though he is innocent, of course, Mother Sita is innocent, right? No doubt about it. Hmm. Lakshman is innocent, no doubt about it. But Bharat had to, yeah, it was not just a moment. It was like 13 years. He was uh, 14 years, yeah. So he had to carry this blame uh, to prove his innocence, especially when things are not at all in his favor, is not at all easy situation. To handle such a situation for long, Bharat had a solution. When we go through situations when we are blamed, the solution is we follow what Bharat did. He simply took shelter of Ram. He ruled the kingdom on behalf of Rama. No, he didn't take, oh, now I'll take care of this 14 years, the kingdom. And after you come, I'll give the kingdom to you. No, he said, even all these 14 years, you are the king and I'm your servant. So what does that mean? Is that when one is blamed, here he says, uh, we know what lifestyle Bharat Maharaj he did, right? Lord Bharat, yeah, here we can say, is that he had become himself an ascetic and lived in Nandagram. He built a hut. He was eating barley boiled in urine, cow urine, and he was living uh, in a pit, dig 2 feet below below the earth. What do you call it? Yeah, in that way he was, yeah, he himself was taking complete shelter of Rama and he was serving. The only way of handling blame in our life is by focusing on our goals. If we focus on how people perceive us, if we focus on what people uh, think about us, if we focus on our goal itself is to serve others just for their pleasure, no, no, we should understand that in the midst of blame. what Bharat Maharaj did, he just embraced one thing that he wanted to just serve. That is his goal. Who uh, I don't care what the world says. I want to just serve Ram. So, and when blame comes in our life, especially when we become more and more important, isn't it? Or take up services in our spiritual or in private life, blame is definitely there. When one is growing, yesterday we spoke about Simhika. Simhika, this shadow grabbing demon. Yeah, there are always someone who will want to pull us down. Why? Because we are living in the world of Matsara, not Nirmatsara. Matsara means envy. The world where we live, the material world, is filled with envy. So if one is not famous, there is no problem. But as soon as one becomes famous, then the blame game starts. How to protect is by taking shelter, by focus. But when we focus ourselves in the goal, what is that? Our goal is to serve the Lord and his devotees. If that is the focus, then we don't get distracted or disturbed by such, grabbing business. Yeah, just like the example is, if the elephant is walking and if the dogs bark, the elephant will not stop and say, oh, I have to go, oh, I have to be scared. No, the dog can bark as long as it can, but the elephant will royally walk. Hmm. So, in the same way, if we focus on our ego, the real ego, not the false ego. If we focus on our real ego, what is that? Is that I am eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And then if I focus on that, then no problem. If I focus on my false ego, which means I am this body and I need this name, fame, and all those things, then the blame game, we are part of it. And in such a blame game, there is no win, it's only lose. So the secret is serving the master without deviating can help us to be to protect ourselves from blame game. Yeah, this is what we can see. In fact, uh, Bharat Maharaj, what did he had chance? Did he had any chance? Yeah. What by the time he came, already his father already was dead. Can you imagine? Who could expect? Who could guess? By the time that his father was dead, lost is lost, but at least he doesn't want to lose his own brother. So he went all the way to the forest. He tried to convince, and still he didn't come. Yeah, um, but at least he took the blessings that he, under Lord Ram's guidance, he could rule. This is one thing, and then. mm, Sometimes having devotees in our life can help us. In the case of Bharat Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj was so strong. Bharat Maharaj said to Kaikeyi that for himself it was clear that he didn't do any mistake. First thing, he didn't commit any sin. He had done what was just staying in Kaikeyi's remit, and so whatever the result may fall, it will be on Kaikeyi. This is one thing. And Bharat recommended to Kaikeyi that either she enter into fire or forest, or simply hang herself to death. So it's so strong. When her own son spoke so, then she could come out from the illusion that she got caught up in. So, and anyway, Bharat is well known for his character. In fact, we know that Lakshmana was serving Lakshmana was serving Ram all these years personally, and Bharat was serving uh, Ram also, but in his absence, and which is a greater responsibility and needs a greater deal of focus and accountability. Hmm. So, mm, in the midst of all these tests that were from Vasishta Muni, test from Kausalya, test from um, yeah, who are they? Kausalya was also thinking, okay, now what you have done, what you want, did you get it? So all, and mm, finally, when Shatrugna, I think we covered this also, when Shatrugna found it was Manthara who spoiled everyone, or Kaigeyi, and everything changed, and he wanted to kill. Then Bharat Maharaj says, or Bharat, sorry, Lord Bharat, I should say, uh, if I knew Ram won't be displeased by any action of Manthara, I would have done it before itself. So he says that Ram will not appreciate if we kill Manthara. So better not. Huh? In fact, uh, that there is so much in the as I said in the Ayodhya Kanda, there is so much that Vasishta Muni is asking. Okay, um, um, this is the right opportunity for you to become the king, in all the midst of all those temptations, or no, he just proves his integrity that he doesn't like to become the king. In fact, Ram is the real king. And so then we also know in other, uh, who else has doubted Bharat? It was Guha. Yeah. Uh, in fact, Guha was not sure, yeah, whether Bharat, when he came for Ram, did he really come for a good reason, or was he want to attack Ram? So he asked, he even straight away asked, is this your intention to come here to attack Rama? That was so unbearable. Yeah, he has been justifying to everyone. So this blame, yeah, this sometimes becomes so much that you have to prove, and keep on at the same time have to focus on service in this case. So Bharat became very sad and said to Guha that his words are more sharp than the knife that pierces more, cause more pain. So when we are caught up in such a thing, when we want to correct situations, we do not expect it is going to be so easy that people can easily understand every step one has. There will be misunderstandings, uh, because there are 10 people who will tell 10 things, and there will be 100 people who can think about these 10 things in 100 ways. So this is leads to more misunderstandings. So when Guha understood, no, 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 Bharat came, in fact, only for taking back Rama, then he glorified him so much. So when one focuses on his services, yeah, the blames may come, but they will also go. And more importantly, a devotee will never perish. This is what Ram Krishna says. So in this case, when Guha heard, he was saying, "Hey, oh Bharat, yeah, you are blessed. Hmm. You." He was one among million. It's not so easy. No one is like him, and is one among million. No one can be compared to his greatness. So all in all, perfect. So the time tests us how we act. Yeah, the time tests us how we act, and the secret of not to be burnt in the blame game is, just to focus back on the service. Yeah, what is the service? Just continue rendering that service. So and then Ram, in fact, when um when Bharat came and asked, come back, he said, um, of course, Ram had no doubt, the only one among everyone, because he he knows the greatness of Bharat Maharaj. Of course, Lakshman was, yeah, and of course, Sugriva had no reason to doubt because he was always there. He knows all the plans. So Ram asked Bharat not to be angry with Mother Kaikeyi. He started telling, "Oh, okay, now you go back because I will come back just immediately once this 14 years of Vanvas is over, because we have to uphold the values of uh, the promise, yeah, that we have given, that our Father has given. So, in this spirit, again, uh, uh, there are so much what to tell. There is so much within this own. And finally, Kaikeyi, though she was thinking that she has given the best thing for her son, but she didn't realize that what she gave was actually uh, poison. Because she was thinking that is best thing. That is the best thing one can give. In fact, uh, um, Kaikeyi was thinking, as soon as my son will come, he'll be very happy. Why? Because she kept gold for her own son Bharat, right? Who doesn't want gold? All of us think, oh, now gold rate increases, we want gold. No, mm, Kaikeyi has preserved, saved gold, which is the position as the king of Ayodhya. uh, Ornaments, wealth, everything was set. Uh, Bharat need not do anything. Her mother has planned everything and arranged. But rather, you know what Bharat said? He said, he addressed his own mother as, Sumukhi, Sulochanai, Kumukhi. Uh, he didn't call his mother Sumukhi. Sumukhi means good face. He said Kumukhi, bad. Sulochani. Lochani means one who has good eyes, means one who can see good in others. He called her Kulochani. In other way, one who brings um, bad to the Kula, to the home. So he was saying so. So what sometimes we may think that what we are doing is right may not work. Yeah. So in this we can see the blame, just like when we are talking last days that ups and downs are part of life. Huh? The way a life is, there is a high chance that one is caught up in a blame, in a blame game. The best course, the best course of action is just focus, focus on service. Now the question comes: Is am I really? Is the blame on me? Is it justified after all? Maybe, oh, I'm also um, prone to commit mistakes. When I commit mistake, if someone is saying that I have done wrong, it's not a blame. Blame is something that which is not befitting, or which is not relevant, or which is not right. So we have to have someone who can help us to understand that have I done something wrong? And that's what Bharat Maharaj he asked. He asked Vashishta Muni what he has done. He asked Kausalya, "Oh mother, do you think I am thinking wrong? That I will go now and bring Ram back." So in our life, yeah. So first thing is we should make sure that, yeah, by reflection, yesterday we were discussing, we understand what mistakes we commit so that we don't repeat that. This is one thing. And the second thing is that if we fall, yeah, because sometimes because of someone others immaturity, we are blamed. Because yeah, other in the case of Kaikeyi, this is what happened. So how to deal with that? As I said, Ramayana uh, is a treasure house, which has so much, and also the secret of how to handle blame in our life. Hmm. Of course, on this special day, which is appearance of Lord Rama, we are discussing and glorifying Bharat. But yeah, Bharat says that, sorry, Ram says that Bharat and me, we are two bodies and one soul. Yeah, in that way. So Bharat, yeah, when we are glorifying Bharat, yeah, he is imbibing all these qualities. Why? Because he is following, serving. Ram. Yeah, in our life again. So when we go through tough times of these situations, the best course of action is to reflect and then um, seek guidance and rectify and go on. So because service takes the priority. In the case of Bharat, he can continue to, wait for 14 years, yeah, for whatever has happened. No, he went forward. He changed everything such a way that he is focused back on his service. Yeah. I think um I'm just trying to recall. I mean, there are other examples of blame, and because we are discussing about that. Any other examples someone may know? Oh my God. Oh, what about blame on Vibhishana? What about blame of Sugriva? Huh? There was such a big blame, right? On Vali is blaming Sugriva for not protecting or not waiting. Rather, he took up the kingdom in his absence. There's a blame. Hmm? There's a blame on Vibhishana when he was trying to give good counsel to his own brother. He was saying, "Hey, I think you are not a supporter of your brother, but you're a supporter of your brother's enemy." Hmm? Any other examples? Yeah.
Blame of Ayodhya Vasis, Prabhuji, for Dashrath Maharaj.
Yeah, but there is no blame, right? He did it.
Prabhuji, the blame which Sampati got for like Jatayu and Sampati.
What is the blame he got?
Because he, I think, or I think Jatayu got the blame because Sampati's wing burnt.
Yeah, but that is not blame, right? So when we say, so I mean, what you're saying, I know in the case where Sampati, he said, don't go, don't fly high, right?
Yeah.
But it was Jata, no, no. Yeah, Jatayu still did it, and then Sampati protected, and in the process, he burned his wing. But there is no blame, right?
Oh, okay.
Other blame. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we covered. Or still there is so much, yeah, which maybe I'm not able to recollect. So that makes this Ramayana so real, isn't it? Yeah, there's so much, and yeah, yeah. So how to deal such a situation? We can see from these different examples.
Dasarath blame when he killed this old couple's son. What is
Yeah,
it?
but he made a mistake.
Okay.
If one doesn't commit something, and still if someone is saying, yeah, pointing him out, that
Okay.
is what we call blame.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Uh,
let's take the homework.
Then Prabhuji, Ayodhya Vasi also blamed Sita when she returned
Yeah,
from
yeah, we covered that now already.
Ravana's. Okay, okay.
And Lakshmana Prabhuji, well, before that golden deer was stolen and Sita blamed Lakshmana.
Yeah.
Yeah, covered. Lakshmana is covered.
Vibhishana Prabhuji, Vibhishan for praising Ram in front of Ravana in the court, and then he was asked to.
Yeah, just now I said that.
Yeah, he told just now.
Okay.
That's covered.
Vali also blamed Ram
But
when he killed in a like a hunter in a dharmic way.
Correct. Wali also. Tara blamed Rama. Mandodari
Angad
blamed
also.
Rama. Sorry?
Angad.
Angad? Yeah, maybe. How?
I think he was blaming sometime even Hanuman
Yeah.
for supporting.
No, I mean,
He blamed Hanuman and Sugriv also because he killed his father.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, after the father is dead, that in that mood of sorrow, then one anyway loses control. But still, yeah, that's also blame. All these Mandodari, Tara, yeah. So I'm just trying to see who else had faced blame. I mean, we have already covered Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Bharat. Um, what about Kaikeyi also faced the blame, right? But she committed,
Mistake.
she did it, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Kaikeyi also, get the blame from Ayodhya Vasis, or right, Prabhuji?
No, I mean, she did it, right? So if people are thinking so is justified. What is not justified, that's a blame. Okay. Let's try. Maybe after the call also, while having your, I don't know if you have already broken your fasting, or will you break your fast? While that, maybe we can think. Okay, I'll not hold further. Thank you so much for joining, and sorry for starting a bit late. Okay. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ताय गौर प्रेम।